It's the Brian and Kindra Show with Brian Cook and Kindra Cox of Keller Williams Realty Elite.
I am Kindra Cox.
I'm Brian Cook.
Between the two of us, we have over 30 years of experience.
Sharing real estate tips and advice. Right here on Classic Hits 1073.
Hey, it's Brian Cook. And
Kindra Cox with Keller Williams Realty Elite.
yeah, this is the Brian Kindra Show. Thanks for joining us today. Last week we had really it's more of story time of foreclosures. Probably
That's my favorite, though. I love
people.
it. I love it so much. It's
Yes.
fun.
Actually, I went and looked at one yesterday.
You did?
Yes.
Did I
maybe
go
it was
too?
this morning. I don't know. When did I go to Moreland? That feels like a week ago. That was this morning.
That was this morning. You ran out of the office like this. Oh my gosh, I was supposed to be in Moreland 10 minutes ago.
So, yeah. So I flew over there and then...
I feel like somebody's supposed to help you get out of the office on time.
Yes, well...
I can't think who that would be.
We have these high-tech phones that beep and stuff, but they just don't, they don't beep when you're on the other line. So, whatever. So, I was late. First time in, at least an hour. So
I was on time to work this morning.
I wasn't. I guess I was. I was in Shattuck. So, I went...
I feel like that was a success for me. It's fine. Okay. What?
Okay. So I went to Moreland. I've been all over today.
Yeah, I've been all over. Okay, so for reals, like I got to the office about 7:30, and you were walking out of the office at 7:30. So I don't know what time is on time for you, but that looked early to me. Anywho, so you said, what do I need to do? And I gave you a list, and you hit Fargo, because we have a new listing in Fargo.
Yes.
You hit Shattuck with a new listing in Shattuck.
Yes.
And I think you hit another house between here and there with a sign or something.
Oh, I had to go get a lockbox that we lost.
Oh my goodness, that's been crazy.
So
then you came back. I yelled at you for a minute. Not really, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, what about this? What about this? What about this? And then you ran out the office.
to Moreland. So back to the story that why
Okay.
we went to Moreland.
Why'd you go to Moreland?
Obviously, we're busy, but
Yeah, it's
Moreland.
fun.
So a lady called me and said, "Hey, what about this house over on this street in Moreland?" And I said, "I don't know anything about it." So I did a look. It was a foreclosure. They bought it out of foreclosure. It was nasty.
Tell me more.
God, I mean, it's just like the smell of mice. The smell of mice. in
Wait,
my
have
showroom.
you noticed that a lot of foreclosures have a very specific odor?
Yes. I wonder if it's because they leave like food. They just abandon shit.
I don't know. But I have said, I've gone into places and said, oh dear, this smells like a foreclosure. And evidently it's happened enough that one of my kids will say, Mom, is this like a foreclosure smell?
Yeah. So, yes. So, I mean, it definitely brought me back to, yep, that's what this one is. So, but now...
So somebody purchased it. What are they going to do with it?
they're flipping it.
They're going to flip it.
Yep.
All right. So today we're going to talk about foreclosures. But first, we need to talk about some fun things that we have going on. So this is Thursday, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because, yesterday I thought it was Thursday all day. Super confused. Somebody else messaged that while ago. She said she thought she missed the radio show until somebody told her it was only Wednesday. That's nice. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So tomorrow night, Bask and Bash.
Yes.
It's the first Friday on Main Street, so we're going to be at 1102 Main Street with Critter Caravan.
Yes.
So everybody needs to come and see us because that makes it a lot more fun. Because I don't love outside heat business. I mean, it's not like it's the rodeo or anything. So anyway, come and hang out with us because I need people for it to be lots of fun. So Critter Caravan this time, though, I'm super excited, is benefiting Circle of Care, which is a faith-based foster program, right?
Yes.
Am I saying that right?
Yes. That is correct.
I thought maybe you'd expound on it since I obviously didn't have words, but it's fine. I got this. It's fine. I'll make words up. Okay. So Raquel Racine, though, is kind of our main contact, but she and her whole crew are going to join us, and I'm super excited about that. One, because they're fun.
Yes.
So come see us. And two, all of the proceeds, so every dollar that's donated to purchase an animal from Critter Caravan is going to go straight to Circle of Hope. So your donation is 100% going to... Oh.
Circle of Care.
Wow, gosh.
That's okay. So, and we ordered 24
Oops.
extra white tigers.
Yeah, they're like what are those called? Or white
I don't
tigers.
know.
Okay,
I call them
never
white
mind.
tigers.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
probably shouldn't be here
Albino
tonight.
tigers?
I don't think that's it.
That's not it.
Oh my goodness.
They're not black or
Snow
orange or
tigers.
yellow.
They're snow tigers. And then you got all crazy and you're like, they need leopard outfits.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. So we got leopard outfits for our tigers. It's going to be
So
fabulous.
come and get your tiger.
And then you get hamburgers.
But we don't have just tigers. We have turtles too.
I'm not sure we have any left.
Oh.
We got a bunch left. We got a bunch of other
That
stuff.
kind of made me sad a little bit. Okay,
So-
there's going to be what tiger burgers, which are really pork burgers.
Pork burgers.
And that's
snow
Kevin
cones.
Kansler, one of our
Yep.
sponsors. Kevin Kansler is going to be a rock star and get those all cooked up.
And since it's hot, they asked us, we shut the snow cone stand down, but we had some leftover stuff.
Yes.
And so she made some fresh tiger's blood today.
It's so gross to me. It's not my thing. But I will admit, today I was in the back of the office making my coffee and was like, dang, I just need some snow cone ice. So I'm super pumped to see your girl tomorrow night.
Yes. So we have that. So we'll be dragging the snow cone machine and all that down there. So we'll have free snow cones. And then it's tax-free Friday. So shop away,
Get your
sell
shopping
away.
on for school. Hey, does school start next week?
I have no idea. Is it August?
Today.
A week
Is
from
that for
today.
reals? Branson says a week from today. Oh my gosh!
So spring break's
you have a
over.
kid, so one of my teacher friends. I just saying, I'm sorry, I just did my laugh like that. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, so welcome back from spring break. So my teacher friends last night we had dinner, and so my teacher friends were like, "Yeah," they said it was crazy going back into their classrooms. Like the menu's still on the wall from March. Whoops.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lucky Charms for breakfast on Thursday.
Yeah.
Not really. I have no idea. Okay, so school starts next week. So this is an awesome time. Friday night, get started on some of your. Hopefully, you're not just getting started like I would be, but so come do some shopping, hang out, shop local, take care of your Main Street, and then a week from Saturday, right? Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
On the 15th.
Yes.
Okay, good. I thought I might be making stuff up. So a week from Saturday, you're going to jail.
That's what I have heard.
Yes. So somebody. Pay this fun little donation so that you would go to jail. And then somebody was like, what the crumbs have I done? Because obviously I don't have time for you to go to jail. So we need people to help with this jail and bail fundraiser.
Yes.
And bail you out so I can have my weekend off as I planned.
Yes. Which
Right.
I've got a softball tournament that day too. So
Well,
I would
I'm not
rather
going to
sit
jail
in jail
for you.
than. No, I'm just kidding. I'd rather watch softball. So
Yeah, you love the
It's gonna
softball thing.
happen.
You get all excited whenever it's softball
I do. I'm ready.
season.
I'm ready.
All right, so but that is a really cool deal. So who does that benefit again?
That's
That's the Hope Center.
Hope Center. And so I asked more questions today because I was just like, hey, we're raising
Hey,
money
good
for something.
job.
I don't know exactly what we're raising money for. But he said basically just it's to feed people. And so right now there's a high demand. People are out of work. He said for every $1 you donate, you feed 4 families.
I do not understand that
That's
math
25
because
cents.
there are just 3 of us in my house, and I cannot feed us for $1.
No, we're not eating rainbow noodles
Wow.
either. So it's also because the government. I mean, there's some money.
So there's some help.
There's
This
some
is
help.
our
So
part.
regional food pantry kicks in, and then they've got some salaries and some heat and air and maintenance on the big building that was donated, and so there's a lot of things that go into that. But basically, he said it's a crazy how much food they give out, and I had the statistics, but they're on my phone, and my phone is not accessible right now. So I should have wrote those down. So that's a good cause. It helps our local people here in town, and that's what we're raising money for. And there's a whole bunch of people that did it, and there's a whole bunch of people going to jail, and it's kind of fun. There's been a few people
Yeah,
like
so back to Raquel.
That was awesome timing.
She basically, see, I haven't been promoting you because Raquel said if you
I don't need
won,
promoted. I'm going to smoke them without it.
Shh. Raquel said that if you won and I supported you, she wouldn't let me have any more guacamole from Taco Factory. I feel like that's not very kind,
Wow,
and I
no
usually think
kidding.
Raquel is kind, but I also took it rather seriously. So,
Well,
so Nathan Racine also needs funds.
okay. All right. That's
Okay.
okay. Fun challenge.
All right, so moving on. Do we have anything else fun?
I mean, there's lots of fun things, but that's all that's fun right now that I can remember. So let's have a short break and let's get back here into foreclosure stuff.
Sounds awesome.
Comfort Zone is a multi-generational company serving Northwest Oklahoma in commercial and residential needs. Plumbing, air conditioning, heaters, refrigeration, sewer and drain cleaning, backhoe trencing, and crane service. And they are your geothermal specialists. Contact them at 580-254-5864 or stop by 116 East Main Street.
It's the 5 hours you spend in the kitchen mastering your famous recipe or spending quality time with your family. Other insurance companies may just see it as a house. It's not just a house, it's your home. Hi, I'm State Farm Agent Kevin Kanzler, and I see your home as the time and memories you put into them. I understand what your things really mean to you, and I'm here to help give them the protection they deserve. My office is located on the corner of 13th and Oklahoma and Woodward, or call me at 580-256-2216 for your home insurance today.
On Point Land Survey can take care of all your residential, commercial, and industrial survey needs. This family-owned and operated business proudly serves Northwest Oklahoma and Southwest Kansas. These lifelong Northwest Oklahoma residents with over 19 years of experience are ready to serve you with the latest equipment and capable trucks to get your job done. Call On Point Land Survey today at 580-256-6757 or at 1918 Main Street in Woodward, Oklahoma, or visit their website at onpointlandsurveyok.com. Professional, trusted, local.
This is Todd McHugh
and Jackie Jones
with Woodward County Abstract, Dewey County Abstract, and Fairview Abstract. I would like to thank everyone in Woodward and Northwest Oklahoma for choosing us for their real estate title and closing needs this past year. We will be offering new services in 2020, including bilingual closings, internet closings, and digital abstracting.
We look forward to making real estate closings faster, simpler, and more efficient for you in the future.
We want to thank you for your continued support and business.
Hi, I'm Connie Rowland in the mortgage department at Bank 7. Bank 7 is a full-service bank with over 40 years of combined experience. Melinda Russo and I are a dynamic duo team committed to making your loan process smooth. With a variety of loan products, we would love to sit down with you and discuss your loan options in person, or we offer online and over-the-phone application processing. The Woodward branch is located at 34th in Oklahoma. Find us online at mortgage.bank7.com, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Bank 7 is an equal housing lender in MLS 677297, phone 580-254-0100, where our best investment is you.
We're back.
Okay. This is the Brian and Kindra Show, and we're talking about foreclosures. And so everybody can... So our market's weird in Woodward. Let's just say that.
Ain't it the truth? It's always been weird in Woodward. What are you doing, Brian? Oh, no. This market statistic. I'm going to take a nap, y'all.
I forgot. So people think it's weird, but really... Our market in Woodward's healthier than I would have projected. So saying maybe I'm pessimistic, but
I don't want to go there.
I just kept thinking, God, November, December, and January was like the worst 3 months of real estate in a decade. And I thought,
I don't even know that. Did we even have a closing in January?
We didn't have a closing from January 1 to February 20th.
I can't remember the last time that happened to either one of us.
It was crazy.
Well, I mean, that time I took off and didn't do real estate.
Yes, but you still closed things while you were off. So, and I think
That's true.
Since then we've closed 60.
I closed things for 6 months after I quit.
Yeah. It was like I think we've closed 60 transactions since then. So, March, April, May, June, July, August. Not even August. 5 months, we've closed 60 transactions. That's 12 a month. That's pretty good. So we've moved a lot of houses. So we still have buyers. Buyers are out looking. They're looking for very specific, ready to move into nice houses. So most people...
That's so true.
We don't have anybody if your house has any work, they're probably going to pause and hesitate on that. And so
Which I think is unfortunate, because I think you actually have some... I'm sorry I interrupted you, but this makes it more fun. When I interrupt you. I think we have some right now that are priced in a way that... I mean, there's a couple right now that I think that we have listed or that are coming up that I'm like, I would love to have that project. And that I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yeah, we have
I
one
really
that
kind of
we're
have
listing
written
this
off
weekend.
projects, but
That's
man.
going to be, if we get the paperwork back, it is going to be an amazing deal.
I think it's right. I think it's appropriate because it does need work.
Needs work.
But for the work that it needs plus the price that it is, I feel like...
And they want to sell it in 30 days?
I would be proud to purchase it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I don't mean it's like a steal. I think it's super appropriate, and
Yes.
I love that. It feels good to have that because we don't always have that Woodward.
Nope. So, all that being said, if you're thinking about putting your house on the market, we have a cool program that is free to you that we will email you that give you tips and tricks on staging, setting up,
It is super
decluttering,
awesome.
pre-moving your
I
house.
watched it, and it made me want to go home and clean house.
Really? Send that to my wife.
Carrie Ann, I am not sending that to you, and I'm sorry that just happened. Just Carrie Ann, listen.
No, because then I wouldn't be able to go home.
I'm going to send her that clip from the Facebook video.
Yes, I'm in trouble.
Not
now.
really.
Dang it.
Okay. All right, so go ahead, finish your market statistics.
Okay, so last week we had 91 listings. We have 89. I wish I could talk as fast as Jerry 9. Like, blah, 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 blah.
Dude, I wish you could too. Just on
Okay.
this part.
Just on this part. So there's
Because
been
if you
4.
gave me my tasks the way that Jerry 9 talks, man,
Yeah.
I'd be in trouble.
Okay. We've had 4 new listings in the past 7 days. So there are 38 pending contracts. That is a lot. In January we
That's
had 7.
awesome. Yay.
So we've been staying pretty healthy there in the last 5 weeks, 5 weeks, between 32 and 41. Pending contracts, there's 28. That's pretty healthy. New pendings, so different than solds.
So new pendings are under contract in the last week.
Yes, yep.
Okay.
We closed 7 transactions in the last 7 days. In Northwest Oklahoma. 5 of those were in the 73801 area. 7 listings expired this week. So reasons things expire, some of them some of them are lots, some of them are properties that they're exhausted. I guess I don't even know how to say it. They need a little tweak. They need that program. And so right now we have 8.9 months of inventory, which is down from last week, which was 10.11. In fact, we're the lowest we've been in 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in our inventory, which means things are picking up a little bit.
When I'm trying to look at your teensy-tiny numbers with my very old people eyes, and I think that you said so July 1, we had 101 houses on the market, and today, this morning at 6:30, you have 89 houses on the market.
Correct.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah.
Because I was getting scared at 101. At
Yeah,
101, I start getting a little bit anxious because that starts
Yes.
getting to be a lot of inventory for us.
Yep.
89 is starting to get back down there where I'm like, we
Healthy.
need a few
I
more
think
listings. I
around
like
70.
it.
Yeah, 75 gives everybody kind of a healthy amount of listings.
Mm-hmm.
But man, when you get to 100, you have the opportunity to go pick something,
Which is awesome
You get to
and
pick
nice.
something and nice.
Yes.
But it kind of turns us into a buyer's market, which makes our sellers
Sad.
Sad.
We don't want sad sellers or sad buyers,
We
frankly.
don't want anybody sad. We just
Okay,
want
so
to be happy.
let's talk about foreclosures.
So we don't have very many on the market. There's one down in Creekwood Springs. That's one of those. The one in Creekwood Springs is one that's it's not our listing, but I still want to talk about it because it's the guy moved.
Right?
He couldn't get the house painted, but it was ready to sell when he moved. So I think he just probably did a deed in lieu or something because it's in such perfect shape.
Right.
So just because it says foreclosure or isn't foreclosure doesn't mean
It doesn't mean it's going to have the
it's going to be
foreclosure
a
odor.
wreck. Right. Right. In fact, I walked through it the other day and I thought, man, this thing smells new.
That's awesome.
So
that's
it's
a good one.
It's a nice one. It is a manufactured home.
But we have one that's a little bit further out than that has 10 acres.
Yes.
Definitely doesn't smell like a foreclosure and has new carpet.
And it's in the 130.
What? Don't do that to me. We're on the radio, and you know my brain doesn't work with numbers.
Yes, but it's a great. I mean, it's for what you're getting. Big house, new carpet.
Super nice.
No neighbors.
Okay. Yeah, like 4 bedrooms,
Okay,
3
we keep talking about
bathrooms.
stuff
I
we're not
love
supposed
it.
to. Okay.
Okay, so foreclosures. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. So, first of all, what is a foreclosure? How does it get started? So, generally, a foreclosure is when you're not
Okay.
making your payment.
Right. So I make this easy.
Okay.
A foreclosure, like if you don't pay your car payment, then it gets repossessed.
Mm-hmm.
A foreclosure is your home is repossessed.
But it takes a little longer than
It does
than
take a
coming and
lot
snatch your car.
longer. Okay, so let's talk about that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're comparing stories, and I thought I'd be the winner chicken dinner, but you know how long you could. Some people have lived in their home for how long without making a payment before the foreclosure process was completed. The one I could think of was I knew a family that stayed in their home for 12 months, so 12 consecutive non-paying months before they finally were kicked out by their mortgage company for the foreclosure process to be completed.
Yes.
That's
It
crazy.
is. And then the one, well, we had one on the market not very long ago that had been almost a year. Mm-hmm. But then COVID hit and it stopped everything.
Sure.
So that was kind of a different story. We sold one that they hadn't made a payment in 18 months. Now, they
That's
weren't living
insane
there,
to me.
but they hadn't made a payment in 18 months.
Okay, so the foreclosure process is kind of extreme. So let's take
It
it.
is.
So really, the foreclosure process, where does it begin? It begins with non-payment of mortgage
Non-payment.
payments. How many payments do I miss before they can file foreclosure on me? Oh, did I stump you?
It should be 30 days, but I'm not sure.
I don't think it is. I think it's more like 3 months, but it's been a long time since I looked that
Yes.
up. I thought you looked it up.
No, I didn't. But I
Yeah,
know
sorry.
they
Okay,
can.
well, I was just
Oh, here it
kidding.
says
We
it
don't
right here.
really know anything.
Mortgage company
Yes.
they can file a foreclosure action. I can't even read. I can't read.
Let me help.
So they serve you with a petition. So I think it's. You think you're right. I think it's 30
Brian's
days.
like, I've got
90
this.
days. So I might be as red. Okay.
You Usually this is me. I love it.
Stump.
Okay, so here's what happens. So they file this petition.
The petition.
And they say this is going to happen, right?
Yes.
And then what happens after that? Is that the...
So I think they can file the petition 30 days. And
Okay,
then in
that makes
90
sense.
days they can foreclose.
Okay.
And then 30 days, basically, they got to have the publications for the sheriff's sale.
Okay, stop. Let's pause there at sheriff's
Okay.
sale.
I mean, there's a
Okay,
lot.
so there's a petition saying if you don't pay, you're going to be foreclosed on. Then there is the actual foreclosure that is filed at the courthouse. Then after that is a confirmation of sale with the sheriff's sale. Nope, there's sheriff's sale first, and 30 days later is confirmation. Is that correct?
I have the exact dates right here.
Oh, you do? Can you read them now?
I can read them.
Let's hear it.
So after they file the... We weren't very prepared today. Okay.
Hey, you said
We
you
thought
had
we
it.
had this all done. But, okay. So the foreclosure action is filed. 20 days. You have 20 days to answer them like, hey, I made my payment. You just lost my payment or whatever. Okay. And you need to have an attorney fill that out for you. Then the mortgage company files a motion of summary judgment that says you owe the money. Here's your judgment. You owe the full amount of the foreclosure. Then they'll wait 18 days on that. Many courts wait over 30 is what it says here. So after all
Okay,
that...
so I'm going to interrupt you again.
Okay.
I think it's important to note here that whenever you're in a hardship and then this kind of stuff start happening, it feels like everybody's out to get you. But there's a lot of things that are in place that are to help the mortgagor, which is the person who owes money on the house, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the mortgagor, me, there are a lot of things that are in place. I just put ink on my face. There are a lot of things that are in place to help to protect me, so that I still have a little bit of time. I mean, if I suddenly come into cash, then I can make my payment and get myself caught back up, which I think is super, super important. And I want to come back to that again in a minute. Okay, so what happens? So there's all these days. Some courts wait 30 days after the motion is filed before getting the judgment to the mortgage company. And then there's this journal for the judgment for the court to sign and have filed.
Yep.
And then what?
Then they start sheriff's sale.
Okay,
the sheriff. They show the sheriff
process
appoints,
for the sheriff's sale.
Yes.
Okay.
So they call 3 appraisers.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Is that like full blown appraisers like Matt Stomprode that came on with us one time?
Nope. It's
That
like
could be like agents.
Me. There's a whole list of them. There's
Right, I know a
anybody
couple
that-
of our competing agents do these frequently.
Yes. And so it has something to do with, you have to have some knowledge of real estate, basically.
Absolutely.
And that's where they get those.
So usually they're people that have been in the business for quite some time and
Right.
have a good working background of how to do an appraisal.
And then the sheriff sends out intent of the property that they're going to do this and that their intent is to sell the property. So even at this point, they've probably notified you like, hey, would you like to do the deed in lieu of foreclosure, where you basically just
Okay.
mail
pause.
them the car title.
I love the car title.
Well, I mean, that's what example. It's just a title.
Okay, so deed in lieu of foreclosure. So I had somebody in my family that was, they did the deed in lieu of foreclosure. And it's supposed to be a little bit less damaging on your credit than an actual foreclosure.
Correct.
So that person knew that they weren't going to be able to continue to make their payments. They were already in default. Their mortgage company had already been doing this process. And I of course, called and I said, hey, call right now and ask what it would take for them to do a deed in lieu of foreclosure. And they said they wanted it clean and they wanted keys and they did the whole, and sometimes you can even negotiate a cash for keys. So
Yes.
I've seen foreclosures with that in our business.
We've
I
done
don't
it.
think
We've
that
handed
my
cash
family
out.
member got that. Yes. So if you know, hey, I know this is happening and this really sucks. If you will, can I say sucks? Awesome.
Yes, 'cause it's
Thanks. Because I said it twice.
cheaper for
Okay.
the bank to hand you $3,000
It is. It's a
than an
lot
attorney.
less litigation. So,
Yes.
so this family member called their mortgage company, said, "This is what can I do?" And so she negotiated that. And so we spent a weekend scrubbing that house, making sure it was nice, client shiny, and she made the arrangements, handed the keys over to the proper people, and did the deed in lieu of foreclosure. And so better on credit than an actual foreclosure. So still not great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not going to gloss over it and pretend like your credit's going to be fantastic. It's not, but it's a lot easier. So deed in lieu of foreclosure is still an opportunity before the sheriff's sale.
Yep.
But this is also still where I can start making my payments and getting myself caught up, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Now, they may
so-
want they may say hold your payment because they want all caught up at once. They can reject any
Right.
type of partial payment.
Absolutely. So again,
So some people are
be
like,
in
I mailed them a
contact.
payment. Why did they mail it back? Because you got to mail it all in at once.
Absolutely. So be in contact. That's the thing, is just maintain. If you think that you might be able to get it back together, I keep looking at Branson like this is him. I know it's not you. You're just easy to talk to. So if you know that this is you and you're struggling, maintain open communication if you think there's possibility for you. I think anyway, but for sure if you think there's possibility for you to catch up. Okay, moving on. What's
sheriff's
next?
sale. So at the sheriff's sale, it's at the courthouse.
Okay, I'd never been to a sheriff's sale until a few months ago.
Yep, and I drug you down there and said, watch this.
And I was like, this is insane. Because I had some concerns. Do you remember what scares me about sheriff's sales?
No.
I'm like terrified of sheriff's sale.
But then I take you away.
Yeah, no, I'm a good girl. I'm afraid of. I couldn't even laugh at that joke. That was like now it's hitting me. No, I'm not afraid. I'm always worried about the title work at a sheriff's sale.
Right.
How do you know that you're getting clear marketable title at a sheriff's sale?
You don't.
That terrifies me. Why would I want that?
Well, that's why you got to do your homework. If you're buying them, you better do your homework.
Okay, so I basically do a title search before
Yes.
I go to a sheriff's sale.
Correct.
Then I bid at the sheriff's sale.
Then you have 30 days, and they confirm the sheriff's sale. So if you're the owner of the home, you still own the house. You still have control of the house. If somebody comes and tries to take your keys, rekey your house, mow your yard, it's still your house.
You know what time it is?
Oh, good grief. It's
Oh
time
my
for a
gosh,
break.
we have to do a break. We'll be right back.
Homeowners and business owners, do you want to know how to extend the life of your home or commercial building? Call APC LLC in Woodward. APC specializes in installing high-quality 5-inch and 6-inch seamless guttering and custom commercial guttering. Whether it's a small system or a large system, APC can help. Call APC LLC at 580-571-2384. That number again is 580-571-2384 for all your seamless gutter needs.
Our home is usually our largest investment, and we insure it against damage. One unseen destructive force not covered by most insurance policies is termites, which can infest a house for years before being detected. Termites cost U.S. homeowners an estimated $5 billion annually in treatment and repairs. Using the Centricon termite bait system, JCP Services can protect your home from the threat of a termite infestation. Call 580-334-5380. Again, 580-334-5380.
Stop in to Modern Appliance on Main Street today to see powerful Maytag brand kitchen appliances available in a finish inspired by cast iron. Cast iron black is a hard-working, matte finish that is as tough as it is timeless, so you can trust it to help resist scratches while helping hide fingerprints and minor dents and stand up to the everyday. Add an iconic look to your home with cast iron black kitchen appliances from Maytag brand. See it at Modern Appliance, 2102 Main, or online at modernappliancewoodward.com.
For 150 years, Sherwin-Williams has been an industry leader in the development of technologically advanced paint and coatings. As the nation's largest specialty retailer of paint and painting supplies, Sherwin-Williams is dedicated to supporting both your do-it-yourselfers and painting professionals with exceptional products, resources to make confident color selections, and expert personalized service that's focused on your unique project needs. Sherwin-Williams is your neighborhood paint store. Stop by and see them, 2101 Oklahoma Avenue, or call them 580-256-5861. Hey, we're back.
Okay, so really quick. So after the sheriff's sale, there's 30 days. There's confirmation of sale. Can we still sell your property?
You still own it until the date of the confirmation of the sheriff's sale, which is where they sell the deed of your property.
Okay, so if we've already been working on a short sale, which is selling the...
Property
I don't even
short.
want to go into that.
Yep.
So, okay,
If we're under contract and we have your house under contract and you're in the middle of foreclosure and you get to confirmation, sometimes we can go in front of the judge and say, hey, stop. We have a buyer, and they'll give us some time. Generally, they'll stop the whole sheriff's sale to give us the time to sell the property.
Which, again, is helpful on your credit and helpful for you to get it done
Yes.
with less negativity in a foreclosure.
Yes.
So, unfortunately, though, if you do not get out of your house at this point, if your house goes to sheriff's sale, if it is confirmed 30 days later, then the sheriff can help you to move out if you're not out at this point.
Called writ of
So at this
assistance.
point, and it doesn't take very long for them to do that. I mean, it's a pretty quick filing. Boom, you're out. We hate that part. Okay, I'm going to remind you one more time. There are some lovely little scammy kinds of websites, and so don't go to those scammy websites.
Don't pay.
Don't. Yeah, if they want your credit card for information, don't do it.
For $1, we'll send
Just
you all
say
the
no.
foreclosures in the area. Don't send them any money.
No, you shouldn't have to pay for anything. So, HUD Home Store, HomePath.com, HomeSteps, Auction.com. Those are some legitimate websites that are legitimate foreclosures. But I always
Just
am going to
call us.
say your professional, your realtor is your best. It's your best resource. So call Brian, call me, and let us or text us and let us help you. We want to help you so that you're safer in your
Because we have people call around like, I'd like to buy this foreclosure. And
You're like, that's not really a foreclosure.
Yeah, well, and then we start hunting down the house. So give us a call, 580-334-2303, and we will see you next time.
Your new favorite, Classic Hits 107.3 KLSI Moreland Woodward. Tell a friend.